I'm back. Hey, check this out. You see all this Bud Light? Nobody wants Bud Light. But this isn't the big story. Check this out. Bud Light, Budweiser, Coors. No one wants Bud Light. Check this out. Modelo's even selling. No one wants Bud Light. No one wants.
Later.
Anheuser-Busch is selling off 8 of its craft beer brands, including Breckenridge Brewery. The Canadian company, Tilray, will buy 4 production facilities, including one in Littleton, as well as the Breckenridge brew pubs in Littleton and Breck. Breckenridge Brewery opened in 1990. Anheuser-Busch bought it back in 2016.
Powerful.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, we have some bad news for Bud Light, okay? I haven't done a Bud Light video in a while, okay? But, again, this video is actually about the parent company of Bud Light, which I guess is Anheuser-Busch, which also owns Budweiser, right? So, again, it's not just the Bud Light brand that's doing bad. Just any brand under Anheuser-Busch seems to be struggling just a little bit, right? As, again, this video is more about Budweiser, right? Budweiser, which, again, apparently is a poisonous brand, or, you know, just as poisonous as Bud Light, because there are videos circulating of empty Budweiser tents at the Sturgis motorcycle rally. Now, the Sturgis motorcycle rally. Now, you know, it's funny because in the middle of the pandemic, right, the Democrats got super upset with normal, regular people going to this rally while, you know, Democrats were partying with the Obamas, right? They were not socially distancing. They weren't doing all the things they were telling other people to do, but they wanted to get mad at normal people for attending a bike rally, right? I remember that a few years ago, okay?
And that is rock band Smash Mouth performing there. Pretty quiet, aren't they? Part of the entertainment for the massive biker rally currently underway in South Dakota. The event has drawn scrutiny this year with the pandemic raging in many states. Over the weekend, South Dakota reported more than 200 new COVID-19 cases. The surge in infections comes amid growing fears the annual motorcycle rally could become a super spreader event. And CNN's Ryan Young spoke with some people about their decision to attend.
I'm in Sturgis, South Dakota, and you can see all the motorcycles that are here in the streets. This is a town of 7,000, but it swells to over 250,000, they believe, for this event. This is going to be one of the largest events since the pandemic started. And a lot of the people here tell me they are so glad this event wasn't canceled. Now, when you think about South Dakota, it has less than 10,000 COVID-19 cases. A lot of people are citing that for the reason why they feel comfortable not wearing masks. You don't see a lot here. But the same way they say they don't wear helmets, they don't believe they need to wear a mask.
Yeah. So, again, the reason for me playing that is just to show you guys that these people clearly are based, right? They clearly were ahead of their time, right? During a time, 2020, where the propaganda was at its peak, okay? There were no vaccines yet. And, again, the propaganda was at its peak, okay? But I remember that vividly, okay? Obama was, you know, partying, okay? Democrats were partying. But yet they were getting on, you know, normal people for attending a bike rally. It's just hilarious. But anyways, yeah, Sturgis is, again, back in the news for being awesome, right? Because there are photos and videos being posted on social media of Budweiser's beer garage at this year's bike rally in South Dakota that appear to show no attendees consuming the product, okay? So let's actually read about it, and then we're going to watch this video that's going viral, showing that people are still boycotting Anheuser-Busch and all their products pretty hard. And then we're going to talk about the recent earnings call from Anheuser-Busch, showing that the boycott definitely is hurting them in the wallet. So let's read here. Anheuser-Busch InBev owns Budweiser and Bud Light, which gained national attention this past spring when influencer and activist Dylan Mulvaney partnered with the beer brand as a part of an ad campaign to celebrate their 1-year anniversary of transitioning into a woman. The partnership then led to passionate boycotts, mostly among conservatives who felt the beer did not cater to its traditional consumer base. Budweiser and its local distributor, Quality Brands of the Black Hills, are the official malt beverage sponsor of the STURGIS motorcycle rally. Quality Brands of the Black Hills has been affiliated with the rally for over 50 years. As part of their sponsorship, the pair have been offering custom STURGIS and Budweiser signage in addition to mutual donations to local charities that raise money for the Black Hills area. A spokesperson for the STURGIS motorcycle rally told Newsweek via email on Friday that they could not comment without permission from the STURGIS mayor and city council who oversee the event. The row over transgender brand ambassadors is symbolic of a wider debate about the inclusion of transgender women in female issues and spaces. Some say transgender women should be treated the same as other women, while others say they are different and that hard-won women's rights must be protected. Videos circulating on social media platforms, including X, formerly known as Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook, have shown basically no STURGIS attendees patronizing the Budweiser area since the 10-day rally began on August 4th. One video posted to TikTok by user CycleDrag and later posted to YouTube shows him traversing the garage area mid-week. All right, so let's actually go ahead and just watch this video.
Well, guys, as you know, we've been a little bit intrigued with this Budweiser controversy and as it relates to motorcycle riders. I got to tell you right now, though, not looking good. As you can tell, Budweiser is spending an awful lot of money. They're ramping up the motorcycle campaign. These guys working hard. We give them a big shout out. You can get a STURGIS glass in there, right? STURGIS glass. That's good. Thank you very much, Budweiser. We appreciate you. But here's the thing. Right now, maybe because of the bad PR, the controversy, people staying away from the Bud tent, we'll keep an eye on that to see if that's the case all week. I still say it's going to blow over. I think it's going to take some time, though. What say you?
It's going to blow over? Hell no, dog. I don't think it's blowing over. I mean, I think this brand is damaged permanently, right? I think it's damaged permanently, okay? I think this guy is being more optimistic than he should be, okay? I mean, look at this, bro. Nobody's there. Nobody's gonna get caught dead drinking this, right? Nobody's drinking this, okay? I've been boycotting hard, right? Not that I really drink beer all that often or drink all that often, to be quite honest with you. But again, if I happen to go out with some friends and drink, I'm not drinking any Anheuser-Busch. I'm not buying it, right? I'm not buying it. I'm trying to go hard on this boycott, okay? And it just helps me drink less beer, honestly. But again, I'm in it, right? I'm in it. So, yeah, I mean, people just they don't F with Anheuser-Busch, right? Budweiser, Bud Light, and again, it's showing up in the sales here. Bud Light sales have been decimated since Mulvaney advertised a custom beer can that had their face on it that was provided to them by the brand, plunging 28%, while volume, or the number of units of beer sold, had decreased 31.2% in the same 4-week period ending July 1st, according to Nielsen IQ sales data obtained by Newsweek via industry consultancy firm Bump Williams Consulting. That decrease in volume is compared to Bud Light sales in the same period in June 2022. Quote, "Never thought I'd see this," Facebook user Brian McCall posted on Thursday alongside a photo of the near empty area in the STURGIS rally Facebook group. Quote, "Budweiser exhibit empty all week." The post was reacted to and shared thousands of times with a mix of opinions among the 960 plus comments. Quote, "Serves them right," said one comment. "You don't go against the majority to appease the 2%. Quote, "Shame that the only people hurt by this are the blue-collar men and women who work at the can plants, the breweries, the family-owned distributors, etc." Another user wrote. Well, I mean, look, here's the thing. That's not our fault, right? That's the fault of the company. That's the fault of the CEO, okay? When companies make bad decisions, right, bad business decisions, you don't blame the consumer. You blame the business, right? And it's funny because Bud Light or, Anheuser-Busch low-key wants to blame the consumer, right? It's your fault, right? It's your fault that these people are losing their job. No, it's not our fault. We're the consumer. We have the right to choose which brands we want to buy from and which brands we don't want to buy from. And if a brand pisses off their consumer base, then it's not the consumer's fault for being pissed. It's the brand's fault, right? They should have known their base, okay? But again, Anheuser-Busch made that mistake, and now it's their fault. They should fire the CEO. Fire the CEO if they're so upset. I'm just saying. Newsweek reached out to McCall via Facebook for further comment. Meanwhile, ex-users also mocked Budweiser in various posts. Quote, Anheuser-Busch set up a Bud Light concession and not one customer. I think the only one who liked Bud Light these days are members of the LGBTQ plus community. One user wrote, I don't even know. Maybe they don't like it either, right? Because apparently there's some people boycotting that in that community as well, too. Another user posted, quote, how embarrassing would it be to be seen at the Bud booth? Yeah, I mean, people will be questioning. People would be questioning. Newsweek also reached out via email to Anheuser-Busch and Quality Brands of the Black Hills for comment. Okay, so the moment we've all been waiting for, right? Actual, real, official financial numbers in regards to how this boycott is hurting Bud Light or Anheuser-Busch. And sales in the U.S. have plunged significantly, okay? However, it has been offset by their sales internationally because, again, remember, this is an international company. So let's read here. Plunging U.S. sales dinged Anheuser-Busch's earnings, but the alcohol giant said the fallout from its Bud Light controversy is diminishing, and the company's global footprint is containing the damages. A right-wing backlash to a Bud Light promotion with transgender social media influencer Dylan Mulvaney sent Anheuser-Busch into a tailspin in recent months. Anheuser-Busch on Thursday reported second quarter earnings that beat analysts' expectations as global revenue increased 7.2% despite a 10.5% decline in the U.S. So basically, global revenue increased 7.2%. And revenue in the U.S. declined 10.5%. Now, again, that's across all brands. I'm pretty sure Bud Light is leading that. But, their other brands aren't being hit as hard as Bud Light, okay? So, again, this makes sense. These numbers make sense. But a 10% decline is pretty significant, okay, for a company to have a 10% decline in sales in one region. Again, the U.S., I'm assuming it's a significant market for Anheuser-Busch. Again, that's kind of a big deal, right? I don't care how they try to spin it. That's a big deal. The company acknowledged that its share of the U.S. beer market fell in the quarter, but said it's been stable since the last week of April. The Mulvaney controversy erupted earlier that month. Yeah, so what does stable mean, right? Stably in decline, right? I'm pretty sure that's what they actually mean by it's been stable, right? Definitely hasn't recovered, for sure. Its stock, ticker Bud, closed up 1.4% Thursday, but it's still down more than 14% from where it stood before the backlash. The global diversity of AB InBev's beverage lineup, which includes drinks like Stella, Artois, and Corona, is helping the company stomach the downturn in the U.S. In China, beer volume rose by 11% in the second quarter, while revenue in Brazil rose by 9.4% and sales in Europe rose by high single digits. The earnings report, quote, should reassure investors that financial concerns over the recent consumer backlash over the Bud Light brand are overblown, considering the company's global portfolio of over 500 beer brands. CFRA research analyst Garrett Nelson said in a research note. Since the backlash began, CEO Michael Doukeris has said the company will look to avoid the spotlight going forward, and he reiterated that strategy on Thursday. Quote, it's clear, he said, that customers want to enjoy their beer without a debate, and they want Bud Light to focus on beer. Quote, we're taking the feedback and working hard toward our consumers' business every day across the world, he said in the company's earnings call. Citing internal research, Anheuser-Busch said about 80% of consumers have a favorable or neutral stance on Bud Light. Yeah, I don't believe that, right? I don't believe that at all. I don't believe that they're going to recover, okay? Maybe they will, maybe they won't. But they haven't issued an apology. They haven't fired the CEO. They haven't really done anything, in my opinion, to warrant forgiveness, right? But, hey, they claim that they're going to recover. A 10% decline in the U.S. is, again, a big deal. I don't care how they try to spin it. That is a big deal. That is showing that this boycott definitely has a lot of leg behind it. I think that is going to continue. I don't see it slowing down anytime soon. I think the brand is permanently damaged, and I mean, I think they're just going to have to deal with it, right? They're just going to have to operate knowing that this is just not going to be, you know, their flagship brand anymore. Maybe it will be, maybe it won't, but I mean, again, it is a permanently damaged brand. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.